Hi friends, and welcome back to another episode of This Is For The Soul, the podcast, and I'm your lovely host, Brianna Sade. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are not, welcome back. On this podcast, I talk about all things self-love, mental health, girl talk, spirituality, you name it, I'm gonna talk about it. So for today's episode, this is dedicated to all of my anxiously attached girlies out there. I want to talk about anxious attachment styles specifically because I have an anxious attachment style, and I seen another podcaster talk about this and I was like, let me add my 2 cents, because why not? But unfortunately, as a lover girl, it is hard out here in these streets, and it's been a journey for me. You have to evolve and learn and grow and heal and go through all the shit. But what put the cherry on top and actually put things into perspective for me was a situationship that I went through, which was very sad and heartbreaking. But it really opened my eyes to the fact that, like, bitch, you gotta do something about this. I don't want to live my life chasing after something that I am craving and desiring so much, which is love. And it's like unintentionally I might be doing it, but sometimes it can be overbearing to other people, and I had to realize that. I might love, but I also know how dangerous it can be to love someone way more than you love yourself, because regardless of the intention or how pure it is, people can take advantage of that love, abuse it, and never actually see its true value. And you cannot force anyone to see its true value or to see your true value. But that's why it's important to know your worth and find a sense of security within yourself, because that's the best feeling. Regardless of whether you have someone in your life or not, you will always be good. Of course, if it's the opposite, it doesn't matter whether you have anybody in your life, because either way, you're still gonna feel shitty. When you're able to set healthy boundaries with yourself and with other people, you start to see relationships as an equal exchange. And you're able to be at ease with your person, because at the end of the day, you'll know what's good for you and what's not good for you. What does it say? It's so embarrassing, all of the things I see living inside of me, I can't see it. She said it, and it's true. All the love that we seek and we need is inside of us, but we're blind. We can't see because we got these rose-colored glasses on and so focused on what such and such is doing and what they got going on that we're not seeing the love that we have within ourselves. Self-respect goes a long way. If you don't respect yourself, though, you cannot expect others to give you that same respect. You just can't. You can't expect other people to treat you nicely when you don't even treat yourself nicely. Our attachment styles stem from childhood trauma, and all of us have witnessed or experienced our parents go through things and struggle and make sacrifices and choices and decisions. And over time, as we grew up, we've taken on traits and picked up habits and created this sense of normalcy, our own normalcy. We created a safety net around it. That's how we grew up. Like, how I grew up is not the same as how someone else grew up. So it's like everything that I've seen, I've created a safety net around that, and that's my way. Then we reach adulthood and we carry all this baggage and this trauma and all this pain, and we take it into our relationships, and we expect someone else to save us while we save them, trying to find comfort and peace within each other. We want to find comfort and peace, but oftentimes find the opposite because of all the unhealed trauma and all the baggage. It's mostly because we have to learn how to deal with our shit and understand that relationships are meant to be healthy. But a lot of us as children, we didn't grow up around a lot of healthy relationships. And children at certain ages are very impressionable. So what they see and hear, it sticks with them. And when you grow up around a lot of toxicity, or you see a lot of tumultuous relationships, what do you think is going to be the effect of that? And we can't help it. We can't help what happens in life. Our parents can't help what they went through, but it's also about being very mindful and very demure about what we say and do, or just at least try to, around kids. I work around kids. It's a no-brainer to just be cautious because they're sensitive. Kids are just a different breed nowadays. But we ain't even gonna get into that. When you have a desire to love and be loved and you put that out into the universe, oh, the universe is gonna answer your call. But not only is it going to answer your call, but it's going to give you every twist and turn in the book, because it's like, this is what you want, but it might not be in the best way. And you're not always going to get exactly what you want. Because to be fair, sometimes we don't know what it is that we actually want or need until we get it. It's true. Like, you walk into something not knowing that this is what you need. Like, you're going into something blinded and not really feeling like you're equipped to handle it, but whole time you actually are. And oftentimes us anxiously attached girlies attract a lot of emotionally unavailable and avoidant people. Why? Well, that's because of the fixer mentality, and because those type of people like to feed off of the giver. They will take and let you give until you can't give no more. They just are not going to give back an inch of the energy that you put out, which is why you have to protect your space, your peace, and your boundaries, because people really will take advantage of you, point blank period. And it sucks, because for some people who want and crave love so bad that they actually settle for this. Like, they actually say, you know what, this person might not be giving me exactly what I want, but they're just giving me a slither of what I want, just the bare minimum of it, and they settle. Not me. Your girl not settling over here. So that's why it's so important to learn to put yourself first. I had to learn to put myself first, as someone speaking from experience who's dealt with some emotionally unavailable MFers. It can be very humbling. It can be a very humbling experience and a very painful one. Those type of people, they'll give you a dose, just a little bit of it. Like, they'll tease you, but they're never gonna reciprocate it fully. And that's why those type of relationships are so toxic. You can't play with someone's emotions. Like, you can love a motherfucker down and be so loyal, just so faithful, and still never ever get treated with the respect you deserve. Why? Because to the other person, sometimes that type of energy can give pick me. And when you are somebody who's constantly in their face, like, pick me, hey me, it's like, it gets annoying. And it's like, you're so invested in me, you need to be invested in yourself. So if you don't love and respect yourself enough to, one, know what mistreatment is and to walk away from it, do you think that the other person is going to love you enough to stop mistreating you? Oftentimes, most times, no. Why? Because you allow it. That person, if you allow someone to toy with you, they are gonna toy with you until they can't toy with you no more. And that's just what it is for real. People are like that. People will see somebody and who they know they can just play with, and they will play with you and play in your face. And if you're not able to pick up on the signs and the cues, that shit can be really crazy, because you can get yourself into some really deep shit, all because you might have a big heart, or you might care or love too hard. People are only going to go the lengths for you that you go for yourself. And I had to start doing things that I enjoy and realize that all that inner love and all that passion that I have, instead of turning it outwards to other people and to other things, I can turn it inwards to me, myself, and I, and do all the things that I enjoy doing, and connecting to my inner child, and just creating a life that makes me feel happy. I've really been feeling very inner childish lately. And if you don't know, I have been healing and recovering from my breast reduction surgery that I just had. And I've been watching a lot of Disney Plus. Like, I was watching the Cheetah Girls, I was watching Hannah Montana. Like, I just started rewatching all these movies and shows, and I even freaking watched The Color of Friendship. Like, that movie is so old. If you know, you know. I did not realize how much joy and excitement watching kid movies and stuff brought me until I started tearing up when Butterfly Fly Away came on in the Hannah Montana movie. Like, when I tell you, that hit me to the core, and it's like I was crying tears of joy. I don't know why it hit me so hard and why I started tearing up, but I was tearing up because, like, I just felt a lot of nostalgia and feeling a type of joy. And those type of moments are moments that you will definitely miss out on when you slip so far away from yourself that you just forget about all of the little things that make you happy. And when you center your life around a relationship, it creates a codependency, trying to merge with another person and become one. When the weight gets too heavy, because at some point it will, babe, you're gonna have to take that other person or those people off the pedestal and put yourself up there. And once you're able to do that, it's just freeing, because it's like, you don't need nobody else. You take your power back and never give more than you receive. When you notice yourself over giving and giving and giving and giving, take a step back, because there should never be a time where you are putting so much effort into someone else more than yourself. And always remember to reassure the little you. The little you is the one inside of you that's craving that love and that attention. It's important to reassure them and guide them in the right direction, because we are basically parenting ourselves, to be honest. The more that you pour into your inner child and the more that you feed yourself the right things and you change your mindset and your mentality and put your focus on yourself, you'll be straight. And always reassure yourself of how worthy of love and how special you are, period. Always know that you're special, you're loved, you have a place, and you can be by yourself. Overall, you just gotta give your person time to miss you. If you all up under somebody 25-8, they're not gonna be able to really like miss you and your essence and your presence. How are you filling up your own cup and not over giving? What are some things that the girlies are doing to help with anxious or even avoidant attachment styles? For me, I've been journaling a lot more, doing self-care, listening to music. Of course, my inner child play with watching the little kid movies, like with just doing little things like drawing and doodling and coloring. Like anything kid related, do it, because that just soothes the inner child. It really helps. And even just spending alone time, spending that time to yourself, giving yourself time to just unwind and be alone. Friends, that was a lot. I'm gonna end this episode right here. As always, I love you guys, and I really thank you so much for supporting me and listening to every episode. For those of you that continuously tune in, please like and subscribe to the channel, to the podcast. And also, if you made it all the way to the end, comment a hey friend with some heart emojis so I know that you're there and I can see you. But I love you guys, and I will chit chat with you next episode. Mwah. Bye.